G'day, it's me. You know, the guy he was just talking about. Kind of said a bit of my speech there, but just pretend you didn't hear that stuff. I'm the guy, you know, from the internet, the guy who makes the parenting videos, the guy who's really, really rich from YouTube. You won't believe how many people think I'm ridiculously rich from YouTube. For me, that's really not the truth. I thought that exact same thing when I started. Like, I got a million views on a video. That's surely $1 million, right? No. I'm a guy who's winging it and making it up as I go, much like this speech thing I'm about to give right now, but don't worry, they've given me this clicker, and there should be a screen here that I can look at with a, oh, look at that. Cool. So who am I? I'm Jordan Watson, aka How To Dad, also known as the best guide to fatherhood on the internet. Okay? I didn't say that myself. If you look up the top, that was GQ magazine worldwide, so thank you. I'm a guy who is now working full-time for myself online. Where did it all begin? Well, a lazy Sunday afternoon a few years ago. Sorry, I've hit too much. I'm not good with clickers. We'll try it again. Where did it all begin? Well, a lazy Sunday afternoon a few years ago. Damn it. Oh, wow. The best guide to fatherhood on the internet. There we go.
Instructional video on how to hold a baby. First, you're going to need a baby, standard shoulder hold, reverse standard shoulder hold. Need to pick something up, chin, standard shoulder hold, chin, grab something. Baby Jesus, double baby Jesus. Stinky nappy for me, stinky nappy for you. Box of beers, the telephone, dance partner, bird on a wire. Poor man's front pack, hide your beer belly, the rugby ball hold, other rugby ball hold, show off to the other dads, Superman, show off to other kids, fish. And that's how to hold your baby, and no babies were harmed in the making of this video.
So as you get, yeah, you can clap if you want. But as you can tell from that, I'm not one of these like serious parenting gurus. I'm more just one of those social media people. So I'm not sure of the correct term, like YouTuber, vlogger, influencer. See, it's 2019, and I'd hate to offend anyone. So we'll just go with like, call me something like a viral internet superstar from New Zealand making funny, award-winning, brackets should be award-winning, close bracket, videos about being a dad, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Hashtag Z-grade celebrity, hashtag world famous in New Zealand. That's my title. How did I become a self-proclaimed viral internet superstar? Well, strap yourselves in, because this is the yarn about a bloke from Te Kaupara who has amassed over 250 million video views worldwide. Far out, it's quite a lot, eh? So 3 years ago, I posted that video, posted it online. I made it work. He had a baby on the way. I was just bored at home with my 4-month-old. My wife had gone out, and thought I'd make a video that he'd have a laugh at, called it How to Hold a Baby, made up all the little things that you just saw. No plan on making a viral video whatsoever, just tagged him in on it, went to bed. Woke up the next morning, boom, it had gone around the world. I was viral without even trying to be. Media agencies from around the world were scrambling to get permission to post and share my silly little homemade video. It went around the globe. It was a Huffington Post, Time Online, The Guardian, E-Online, The Today Show USA, stuff.co.nz, I think they might have done something on it too. Me and the little one, we even got to go on the TV thing. Oh, I'm so bad with the click. Me and the little...
Because a couple of guys at my work have just
He's got my back.
So I thought they'd tag them on Facebook, went to bed, woke up the next morning, boom.
So this is the whole thing. So basically you post it, go to bed, and overnight, I'm probably overselling it here, but your life changes overnight. You don't realise until you wake up the next morning.
Did I have any idea how to do a live TV interview with a baby? No, as you can see here, where I break the very first rule of live baby TV by awkwardly forcing the baby onto the host.
Too gorgeous.
This is the Paul Henry hold. Here's what I'm
Auntie
thinking.
Hillary's just going to get a little picture.
Here's the pass back. This is the pass back.
It didn't last long.
So I was a big deal. I was massive, right? My worldwide fame, it went on and on and on for just a couple of days, really, when you're on the internet. The relentless YouTube questions and debates on if I was Australian or a New Zealander, they'd gone. All the comments and hashtags on hashtag winter is coming, or hey, you look like a chubby version of Jon Snow, or oh, look, it's the Kiwi Jon Snow. I'm not joking. To this day, it's the most popular comment I get is some like, oh, you're kind of like a chubby Jon Snow, or something like that. Personally, my wife and I, we don't really see it, but I'll give it a crack. There's white walkers beyond the wall. Hey? Round of applause for that. How good was that? Could be my next full-time gig. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you. I've been Jordan. No. They've said I've got to fill my slot and try not stuffing up the clicker, or I won't get my steak and cheese pie. Right, where was I? So I was now just back to being dad. My big wave of viral celebrityness had gone. I was back to my normal 9-to-6 job. I was destined to be another one of the millions of one-hit viral internet wonders. Kind of like that guy in that Fail Army video that time.
Wow, that guy kicked me in the head. I think I got that on film.
That guy just got kicked in the head by a train driver. He was a one-hit wonder. I was going to be a one-hit wonder. I was totally cool with that. Maybe. For the next 6 months, I was back at work, but I always had this weird little tickle in the back of my head. I wasn't quite sure what it was. And then around the same time, a few friends had mentioned like, hey, Jordan, I know it was like 6 months ago, but that video you did, that How to Hold a Baby, was really good. And obviously there's like an audience for that kind of thing. So maybe you could make like a YouTube or Facebook page or something. And I was just like, oh, no. Which, as we all know, is Kiwi for, all right, I'll give it a crack. So in December 2015, I decided to scratch that tickle and make more of these parenting how-to video things, like helpful instructional videos that would ultimately not really be that helpful at all. I didn't want to make, serious parenting videos. The internet's already full of those, blah, blah, blah. So next up, I needed a name for this thing. My wife was like, how about we call it like, How to Be a Dad? I was like, oh, no, it's way too long, that. She's like, How Be a Dad? Oh, you're close to brilliance. How to Dad? Nailed it. We'd nailed it. Okay, she nailed it. She came up with the name. Bam, made a new Facebook page, new YouTube page. Now I just needed videos. I was like, let's do a video every day. My wife was like, no, just once a week will do. I was like, cool. New how-to video every Monday. Let's go. But I needed ideas. So I just started paying attention. Problems us parents all come across on a daily basis turned into a not very helpful, slightly funny how-to video. If I was like out visiting family or friends, I'd notice something, start daydreaming, weirdly laughing to myself. And then a few days later, I'd film that idea and I'd slapped it on the internet. How to Dad was born and producing consistent, weekly, ridiculously unhelpful parenting videos. And practically no one was watching them. But I didn't care, this was just like a little side project. It was just a fun thing we were doing on the weekend with the kids. I was the same as anyone else in the room here who's tried to start a separate Facebook event page or business page. Or, how we've all got that friend who's trying to sell essential oils on Facebook or soaps. And you get they've just gone through their friend list and they've invited the whole list, please come and like my page. And then Facebook bombards you for the next 2 weeks with these notifications why haven't you liked Mary's page on essential oils? And then finally, after that 2 or 3 weeks, you finally give it a pity well, yeah, I was that guy. I was the essential oils guy. My dad was like, what are you doing? What are these how-to video things you're doing? It was slow going, but I kept at it, and we kept producing weekly content for the next 6 months, all just having a laugh. And then in May 2016, the viral thing happened again. This video on Facebook got 25 million views. So basically this video is the camera's and then I'm standing here, my baby's there, and I bought it. We could probably just watch it. I'll just play it.
G'day and welcome to this instructional video on how to travel with a baby. First rule is don't lose the baby. Yeah. Oi! The classic dad shoulders. All good? The standard front pack no dad really wants to wear out in public, ever. Dog on a leash. Reverse baby front pack. Just a backpack. In you go. The running dad. The DIY. Come on. The walkie-talkie. You get into any trouble, just give me a holler. See you later. This shoe'll be right. She'll be right. The overprotective dad. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. What? Ah! Or while you're traveling, just find a babysitter. Just grab that for a second. Cheers. That was how to travel with a baby. No babies were harmed in the making of this video. High five.
As you can tell, it's the baby that brings all the views and the cute. Now I'm just the shaggy dad, like what the hell am I doing? But 25 million views, like my mind was seriously blown. Now I can see some of you in the room doing a bit of maths, like 25 million views, that would have made a bit of coin, mate, that would have made a bit of coin. No, this was 25 million Facebook views, not YouTube. See, YouTube's the one that just is kind of naturally monetized. It's the thing that everyone does. Facebook back then, you couldn't monetize. To be honest, I'm not really sure how you do it now. Apparently you can. But see, for me, I made the Facebook page and the YouTube page on the very exact same day. I post all my videos every week on the exact same day. I didn't have any I wasn't thinking of a strategy of this. I just posted both pages at the same time. Facebook, that's the one that's gone through the roof, like 1.8 million followers. YouTube, it's kind of lagging behind. And YouTube's the one that I can, get a bit of coin from. So please, after this, just head along to the How to Dad YouTube channel, click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a single video. Like and subscribe. There, that's the sell. I was allowed to do that, a hard sell like that. Okay, where was I? But to be honest, back then, I wasn't thinking about money. We just had another viral video. I was again writing the 2 days of internet, okay, the 12 hours, it's so fast. Like the whole world wants you, and the next day hear nothing. I was riding that wave again. We were high. But then a few weeks later, our most controversial video to date, people to this day still ask me, how did you train your baby to do that?
Yeah, g'day and welcome to this instructional video on how to put a baby to sleep. Do you want to go to sleep? It's never really that easy, so the shush train. Shh, 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 shh. The standard blanket that you renamed Blanky. Works every time.
So this video carries on very much like that, me trying all these different ways of getting the kid to go to sleep, and she just keeps falling to the floor of the cot. It's our biggest video to date on Facebook. It's cracked 28 million views, and it's one of our most viewed videos on YouTube as well. And no, I didn't train the baby, all right? So seriously, the idea with this one is that I'd be trying, I'd pre-written all these different ways, like you saw, I'm trying to get her to sleep. But she's meant to be running up and down the cot in the background all hypo, because seriously, that is what she did every time I ever tried to put her to sleep. And I was like, that's relatable, that's great, it's gonna be funny, me trying all these things, and she's just, I don't even care. But on the day, I did one of the intros, and I'm like, yeah, g'day, well, instructional video on how to put a baby to sleep. And she just dropped to the floor of the cot, and I pissed myself laughing. And so I think she thought, oh, Dad really likes that. I'm just going to keep doing that. And so I'm not joking. I'm filming there thinking, what is she doing? And I rolled with it. And I remember editing the video and saying to my wife, this one's pretty crap. She just keeps going to sleep. And my wife's looking over my shoulder. She's like, nah, that's real cute. That's how my wife sounds. That's real cute. It'll be fun. That'll be a real big video, I bet you. And I'm like, nah, it won't. It's shit. Well, 28 million views later, it just goes to show you, you can't plan a viral video. Or that you should listen to your wife. No, we'll stick with you can't plan a viral video. So there I was, all of a sudden, in the space of a few weeks, I had 2 massively international successful viral videos. Me, just this dad from New Zealand. My page likes on Facebook and my subscribers were rocketing, going through the roof. I had emails, I had queries, Facebook comments, and brands. This silly little idea of just trying to give parents a bit of a chuckle with some light-hearted parenting videos had taken a turn, a bloody awesome turn. Brands wanted to work with us. Brands wanted to pay us. I was like, sorry, can you repeat that? So you want me to come to your supermarket and me run around with my kid? Oh, no, you don't have to pay us. Like I was going to come do that anyway. Like that's something we're going to do. I mean, no, yeah, you can pay us. Please pay us. And that should play.
Yeah, g'day and welcome to this instructional video on how to go grocery shopping with a baby. The fast dad. Go. What do we need? The trolley dad. Let's chuck you in we'll jump in the trolley, go in that car dad who makes all the The she'll be right dad. She'll be right. The lazy dad. Hurry up, come on. The panic dad. She's like baby height here. The chasing dad. That forgot the shopping list dad. The tired dad. The clean up on aisle 3. That was how to go grocery shopping with a baby.
That video's just cracked 20 million views. Wish we had charged more, to be honest. But more and more big name brands came knocking, all wanting to create similar style videos to that one, or at least me and a little New Zealand agency that I signed with, we were busy arm wrestling these brands to create videos like that one. Subtle integration, that was for New World. New World was just the background. No big cheesy sellout like product placement, say, hi, welcome to New World. It was a perfect setup. Ford, they came to us wanting to just have their car in the middle of a video, so I came up with this. Yeah, g'day and welcome to this instructional video on how to wash a car with a baby. This video went on to be on the front page of Reddit worldwide and the YouTube trending page worldwide. To be honest, I think it accidentally got there because a ton of the comments were just, oh, I thought you were actually going to wash the car with a baby, like physically with a baby. Who are these people? But hey, we had just made another successful branded video and not a single subscriber or follower wanted to lynch us. We were making it our own, having fun with it, doing our own thing, and keeping it relatable. Where am I? This video, all of a sudden, I wasn't. That's it. So we were changing it up, making it relatable. All of a sudden, I'm now working with brands. I've signed up with a little agency that's helping me work with these brands. I'm still like holding on to my curly hair and my stubbies because I don't know what's going on. And I was now in the position that everyone dreams about being in. I was making money doing something I love, and I was being my own boss. It scared the crap out of me. And to be honest, I wasn't my own boss just yet. I stayed at my day job for the next year while working on this whole new how to dad thing, like early mornings before the kids would get up, lunch breaks at work, once the kids were in bed up to midnight. It was tough, but awesome tough. I could kind of sense that the whole how to dad thing was growing, but being a dad of 2 young kids and the whole insecurity of this whole new social media world, well, that honestly did scare the shit out of me. It wasn't until new and exciting opportunities started bubbling to the top of the pile that I realized this thing might have legs, more legs than I could ever offer just by wearing these short shorts. Maybe I could be my own boss, just not yet. I stuck at my day job and carried on squeezing in these new opportunities around that, like trips to Australia to film more stuff for Ford. We got to go to New York for a Boss Baby premiere, Singapore to film a travel video. I even got asked to be a background extra in the Hollywood movie Daddy's Home 2 with Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg. I'm not joking, a flight to Boston, 15 hours on set for 2.4 seconds of blurry background Hollywood fame. Wait, that's me. Throughout all of this, these mind-blowing opportunities, well, I think I've stuffed myself. After pinching myself at some of the opportunities that were coming my way, I quickly realized I needed to jump on more of these opportunities, to not be scared by them, but to grab them by the sides. I'll go with sides, to grab them by the sides. So 2 years ago, I took the leap. I quit my day job and officially became a full-time YouTube /social media /internet guy who is ready to jump on awesome, if still slightly scary, opportunities. But why do you need to jump on all these opportunities? Just be happy living off your YouTube income. Oh, I thought the same thing. You know, 1 million views, $1 million. Sadly, it's not true. You've got to be bloody huge on YouTube to be able to live solely off its income. Yes, I get a monthly income from YouTube, but do you see me in gold bedazzled stubbies? No, these are just regular $8 warehouse ones. You know, I get so many questions. Where do I get my warehouse, guys? $8 if you want a pair. Ladies, they're unisex. Another hard sell there. I don't sell these. I don't know what I'm going on about there. So here I was now, I'd quit my day job, I had the time to jump on these new opportunities, and seriously, being like, they were exciting opportunities, and of course I want to jump on them, but also I realized I was a dad, and I've got 2 kids, and I don't own a house, so I was actively thinking about new opportunities that could work on a monetization kind of platform as well. And then the opportunities just started floating to the top. A book publisher called and said, hey, do you want to write a book? We ended up writing 2 bestsellers. YouTube said, hey, we've got a new fund with Google and New Zealand On Air. Do you want to make a web series? We got given a budget and we filmed this. We showed the world how us Kiwis love to throw gumboots. And this web series even got picked up by TV3 and played on the telly. TEDx called and said, hey, you want to do a TED Talk? And up to a year ago, I'd never spoken like this in front of a crowd about what I do. And now this is just another string to add to my forever changing opportunistic bow. My biggest part of my success, a main thing for me anyway, is I remember Googling, everyone asks what's the secret. I remember Googling when I very first started the pages together. I was like, how to YouTube. Like, I even Googled that, man, I'm the how-to guy. How to YouTube. And I just remember reading consistency. And if we go back to earlier in my talk, I said I was the same as the candle and essential oils lady. I was seriously just posting my videos, and they were getting like 50 views, 100 views. No one really cared. And I just kept at it. That Monday, we never, ever, ever missed a Monday. And even to this day, in 3 years, I've probably missed 5 Mondays and then quickly posted on Tuesday. Sometimes I'm a bit relaxed, and I'll get to like Sunday evening and be like, shit, totally forgot. Another video, got it. So I kind of need to pull my stubbies up about that one. But throughout all of this, these mind-blowing opportunities I've had, these almost once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, I think the biggest part of my success has been just staying grounded. I know what a lot of you are thinking after seeing that amazing, the background bowling scene. That I could have thrown it all in and just moved to Hollywood, maybe started as a Jon Snow impersonator. Yeah, I won't do it again. But I think a big part of my success has just been knowing who I am and what How to Dad is all about. I make family-friendly, funny parenting videos that all parents can relate to. I'm just a dad, I'm just a guy that fell into an opportunity, chipped away at that opportunity, worked hard on it, enjoyed it, laughed with it, got scared by it, I've been paid by it, I've gone viral with it, I've grew in confidence with it, I've owned it, I fight for it all the time, I still get scared by it, and I'm still trying to make it my own. I'm just that dad from New Zealand, I'm not exactly sure what opportunities are coming next, but she'll be right. Like and subscribe. Thank you. I'm now here also for a Q&A. Is this just me running the Q&A? It can be. Q&A, just run it myself, cool. So yeah, that's my little yarn, just my story that I've put into a thing to show you all, and hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you've got any questions, here we go, let's start. Thank you, because it can be awkward waiting for that first question.
How do you see the future of How to Dad as your children grow up?
I love this one. People are like, you've got to keep having babies or you're done. It's serious. Along with the Jon Snow thing, it's like the number one. I'm going to stand here so I'm not walking around all weirdly. It's one of the biggest questions I get all the time. My kind of rebuttal is, I'm still a dad even when they get older. Like when she turns 3, I'm still her dad. It can still be called How to Dad. But no, we're always very aware of it. A lot of people think that I've just got one baby and she stayed the same age for 3 years. I've actually got 3 kids, 3 daughters. The eldest she's 6 now. She's been in a few videos, but we're very mindful that she started school just last year. And very mindful, my wife and I, about her just being able to have a normal and not be like, oh, you're the... But we've heard perks from her already. We don't have her in many videos anymore, but she'll like, I hung out with the big kids today. They came up to me like, you're How to Dad's kid. Come play with us. And I'm like, is this good? What are the big kids doing? What are they doing at lunchtime? You're 5. But we're very aware, and a very cool thing for me is, so I started and we had the big, huge viral videos with the kids. And then last year, some of my biggest videos were videos that only had me in them. I did one, how to support your wife through childbirth. That's just me. How to support your wife through pregnancy. Again, it's just me, no kids in it. And they were our 2 biggest videos from last year, which is a huge tick for me because, you hear all these comments, you're like, am I only successful with the baby? If I lose the baby, is that me done? But it's been very cool. So we're always actively thinking about where it's going and also limiting how much exposure the kids get. So as a baby, they all look the same. I could swap babies with anyone in here and no one even bloody knows. So as they get older, like I've said, we've weaned Mila, our 5-year-old, out of the videos. Like she'll now and then if she wants to, but we're much more aware of her being noticed. But looking at pitching TV shows this year, again, just with myself, can't tell you too much. We're currently working with American producers on a big series over there. Again, no kids, so always looking at the new opportunities I can do where the kids aren't in them. And I have confidence that it'll be fine, all right? Right, next question. Yeah, do the mic, Jordan. You're not running the place.
Even though you are the how-to dad, so it's clearly about dadding, but you did say, with the ones just about your wife. Last, did you see yourself diversifying once, you are you and you're really well known as you, diversifying out of...
Yeah, we're already doing that. And guys, if you follow me closely, you'll see some weird stuff's come out of my page this year, nothing to do with parenting at all. But no, I'm always actively thinking about that, and I'll have videos that'll pop. I have ideas that pop in my head now where I'm really confident to just go and do it, and it has nothing to do with parenting. I think for the first 2 years, I was like freaking out, like I have to do, if it doesn't have how-to in the title, you're dead, you're done. But summer, I did a very quick, this is how quick sometimes I can turn around a little idea. I realized it was the first day of summer, December, and the weather was shit throughout the country, and I clicked onto this. I was like, oh, this is perfect. I grabbed a GoPro and ran outside, and it was terrible weather at our house, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited, it's the first day of summer. And I ran outside, ran to the beach, my umbrella gets blown away. It was just a little 30-second clip. I jump in the ocean, I freeze my ass off. And I edited that down. Within an hour of coming up with the idea, I had it online, posted it, and I did it in a little meme style, if you're hip, social media, a little meme. So it was square, and it had the text. It was like a classic first day of summer in New Zealand, and my video played within that. And it was our biggest video of this year, of the end of that year. It was huge. It got over a couple million views in that day on Facebook. So that, no kids in it. It's just, so the real, people are jumping on the Kiwi thing, so I'm always thinking of Kiwi videos I can do on YouTube. How to understand New Zealand slang. I did a whole 5-minute monologue where I'm just, oh yeah, she'll be right now up there, blah, 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 blah. And that, again, is really strong. So that I've been doing a heap of videos. Basically, what we've found out right now is you're not a big follower. Jump on my YouTube, you'll see a heap of videos that have no kids in them. Like and subscribe. But we are busy diversifying, and I just, sorry if I do ramble a bit, but the weirdest one is I got a private message from someone who's a mermaid from America, a professional mermaid. And she's like, hi Jordan, we're big fans. Me and my husband are coming to New Zealand. Would you like to film something? So I get this a year ago, and I'm just being polite, yeah, reach out closer to the time. And she's like, a week out, and she's like, we're almost in Auckland. Would you like to film this thing? And I'm like, shit. I'm like, how to mermaid is really weird and not great, and that it's not broad enough. So Aquaman had just come out. So I wrote a quick Aquaman parody called Merman, the biggest movie now to challenge Aquaman. And so here I am in a tail on a beach with this mermaid, and we filmed it. It went out okay, but sorry, I spat. That's an example of me trying new things. I'm not afraid to try them now as well. Who's next?
Hi, I'm Jay.
Hi.
What my question is, what are the channels, and you don't necessarily need to answer, but what are the main channels of income that you have, and how much money do you make from each channel?
Be a hard one. It would be a hard one to break down. I know everyone laughing. No, I'll happily tell you. It's a hard one to break down though. So for me, everyone's like, oh, YouTube, how much do you make? Do you live off that? No, I don't live off YouTube. For me, YouTube was a real slow grower up until about 5 months ago. The algorithm done something weird, and it's loving my page, and my page is going nuts at the moment. But all throughout last year, I was averaging about $500 to $600 a month off YouTube. That's it. And you can't live off that. You break that down to a weekly wage, and people think you're living off that. Now, just before Christmas, I got really excited because my little 1-month Google money came in. It was $1,500. I was like, oh, this is on around. And then it got up to 2,000, and now it's back on the decline. But YouTube is very up and down. But that's what I'm making on YouTube. And again, break it down. So on a really, 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 really strong month, $500 a week. But that isn't happening all the time. But then again, the big thing for me was brand awareness. I always knew, people were like, why are you doing these videos if there's no money in it? But a 20 million view video on Facebook is no money to me. But it's a shit ton of eyes, and it's huge brand awareness. And without planning it, I've fallen into the primo demographic of mums and dads with kids. They're the buyers of the house. So brands just want to work with me left, right, and center. And it's amazing. And that's where my biggest income source comes from working with a brand. So they'll come and we'll figure out, can I do a video with you? If it's too weird and too niche, I turn it away very hard, biting the inside of my cheek and go, damn it, they had the money. But if it doesn't work for me, we say goodbye. If I can make it work into a comical, funny video that I want to do, it can sometimes be months of arm wrestling these brands to finally get them to do it in my style. And then they'll tick up, and that's where we get the most coin from, yeah. So there isn't really a platform, if you know what I mean. Like Facebook isn't directly paying me, but it's bringing in eyes, which turns into money. I'm not good at talking the science behind it, but I hope that understands there for you. Anyone else?
Hi, Jordan. I don't know, what did you do before you jumped out of your normal job, and did you find that super scary, or was it transferable?
It was transferable. It was transferable. I've done a ton of different wacky jobs over my years. We won't get into all of them, but I finished school and met my wife at a TV production course. I was the kid at school who didn't know what I wanted to do, and the teacher's like, oh, you've always been good at public speaking, why don't you try and get into like TV? And I went into this TV course I didn't look into very much, and you couldn't get in front of a camera there or do anything like that. I was like, oh, that's fine. And then I ended up working behind the scenes in production. So my job right up until just before all this took off was working behind the scenes at TV3 in the production side. A lot of shit talking, kind of like I'm doing now. On the phones, like say they had a big shoot they wanted to do and they needed something for free, I'd be like, hey mate, you got some free bricks, we'll give you a credit. It's worth nothing, but give us the bricks. So for me, it was easily transferable. I'd learnt little bits and pieces. I was never a cameraman. I was never a guy in front of the camera. I was never an editor, but I'd sniffed enough shoulders and looked over enough people that I was able to try and do it myself. And I think a big thing for me is that I'm doing it all in like the confines of my house, and there's no one looking at me. And it's great because it's like you come up with your idea and you're like, oh, here's an idea. Oh, Jordan, that's a great idea. I know it is. And then you film it and you edit it. Jordan, that's amazing. Anyone to sign it off with? No, just yourself. All right, let's post it. That's a bloody great process. And I get instant, straight away I know if it's failed or great. And there's no one else to blame apart from myself. Or I'll blame the kid, obviously. Oh, go back and train your acting, all right? You didn't fall enough to the cot. Anyway, who's got another question?
Hello, over this way.
I can't.
In the corner.
There we go.
Hi. I have two questions. So the first would be, what is your favourite How to Dad video that you've done so far? And the second would be, what's your favourite brand partnership that you've done?
Favorite how-to video is one I really wish had done better, but it was how to play with a stick. It was amazing. So the classic, as a Kiwi kid, I loved it, but I had, g'day, one instructional video on how to play with a stick. The gumboot horse, and you used to put a gumboot on the top of it and it'll become a horse. I'm running around with my kid. The wizard stick, we were playing witches, we were fighting with it, the throwing, it was so simple. And I had my toddler in it, Alba, who's 4 now, she was 3 back then, but she's just giggling throughout the whole thing, and I really love just the Kiwi-ness of it and the whole DIY strip back. It did well. People would look at it and say, that video's done well, but when you've come from the dizzy heights of very millions, you're like, oh, man, that should be up there with 50 million views. And your second question, which I haven't forgotten. Brand partnership. Best brand partnership. We did a great brand partnership. It was called How to Be a Kiwi Dad. This is one of the first. If you really boil it down, the best one was, if you watch that How to Travel with a Baby that you all saw, who sponsored that? Oh, see, the people know that. But Rotorua sponsored that. So that was my first. Here I am at home. I've done nothing big. This is again when my page is still growing. I'm not a huge guy at all. I get this email from Destination Rotorua. Hey, we'd love to invite you and your family down here. You could film like a How to Travel with a Baby or something. And I was like, oh, cool. And what do you need me to do for it? And they're like, no, don't say Rotorua. Don't mention us. Don't film a sign. Just have our scenery in the background. And we obviously tagged them when we posted it. Says that video, they paid me a little bit of money as well. And in hindsight, it was like nothing now. Like they've got our biggest video ever. But my mind was blown. Like we got a flight to there. They gave us a hotel. I got to sniff the mud and stuff. And this was back then. I thought I'd made it. I thought I was absolutely up there. So I would say that would be the best in terms of the easiest. They were arguing with me to not include these things. I was like, you sure you don't want me to have like a sign? And they're like, no. So that's a dream. Brands, the best brands to work with are the ones where you write your idea and they're like, great. You won't believe how many brands I get with like, hey man, we've got a new GPS hiking unit. Can you please call it How to Go Hiking with a Baby in the Australian Outback with your GPS unit? And I'm like, how broad is that? That is a ridiculously niche idea. And I'm like, can you budge on that? No, we will not budge. We've got this much money, why won't you do it? And we turn so many people down like that who just won't budge or haven't seen my style of video, and they just come to you cold and they're like, will you do this and then hold this nappy up in shot and then do this and blah, blah, blah. Who's got another question? Because I rambled at the end of that one.
Hi, Jordan.
Hey.
Tell us about your first time in front of a camera.
Again, it's quite easy because it's just you. I don't know, is it weird? I've obviously got used to it now because I've been doing this for like 3 years. I don't know if it's weird for other people, but if it's by yourself, it's all right. And yeah, I remember that video, the How to Hold a Baby, and I had my wife's laptop there, and I remember Googling, and so obviously I used holds that were already a hold, and I renamed some and came up with some new ones, and I just had it there for me to remember. But just, yeah, I don't know, no issue. I had no issue.
That was your first video ever, or?
Yeah, apart from that, I'd made a few duck shooting videos. But, you know, a lot of mums follow me, and I don't like bloody duck shooting, so we don't talk about that. Skim over that. Who's next? I've got 6 minutes 38 counting down in front of me, so I don't want to have to tap dance.
Hi, it's Monique here. I don't think the answer to this question is going to take 6 minutes, but be keen to hear what software you use for your video editing.
Yeah, so another good insight, actually. I got asked to film, again, not really knowing how, but it's like someone's heard through this is years ago, someone's heard through someone that someone's little brother, Jordan, works in TV. So obviously he's an amazing filmmaker. Let's get him to film our wedding. And I arrived to this person's wedding with a GoPro. They were not impressed. This is how stripped back, I don't know what I was doing. But for that, I had Final Cut Pro 7. I forget who asked the question. There's the hand. I had Final Cut Pro 7, and then working at TV3, they all work on Adobe Premiere, and so I'd get teased when I'd talk about Final Cut Pro 7, how amazing it is. It was like 10 years old, like I hadn't updated it. But so now I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, which is, I think, like $70 a month. The good thing about it is it's a subscription service. You don't have to physically go and buy it or download. It's all through the cloud, in a sense. You download it and you can upgrade and add on whatever you want to add on. I don't know Photoshop. A lot of people, I have to get friends if ever I want to do anything fancy like that to do it because I don't know. I only know Microsoft Paint 98. But Adobe Premiere it's amazing. I find it, no hassles with it. And for me, my stuff is so easy. Like at home, I get my camera and I put it out, and we've got a vacuum cleaner that has like a stick so it stands up. And so I put my vacuum cleaner there, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be me. And then I go back to the camera, and I focus. This is true. This is a true story. And I focus on the vacuum cleaner, and then I go and stand at the vacuum cleaner. I move the vacuum cleaner out of shot, and I say, yeah, g'day, and welcome to the instructional video on how to move your vacuum cleaner out of shot. So it's all very stripped back and hokey, and Adobe Premiere kind of laughs when I import my footage because it's so easy to edit. It's like 3 cuts, and you've got your video done. What kind of camera do I use? I've said that out loud. This is the next question for the people at home who couldn't make it today. Panasonic. Panasonic came to me. Great guys. Hey, Jordan, you want a camera? I said, yeah. And I've got a Panasonic GH5, which is way too flash what I do. But I got given one of them. Before that, I had bought myself a Canon 60D to take photos of the kids. Like all dads, I think all parents do. Oh shit, we've got a baby, let's get a good camera. And then your iPhone just ends up being the camera and your fancy camera sits there. But the Canon 60D was able to shoot video, so that's where I shot my first stuff on. But then when I was given the GH5, you're like, oh my God, it's just insane. It blows the Canon out of the water. The Canon was fine. I think that's one thing for anyone wanting to start doing videos, people can look into and freak out about what they're using, but depending on what kind of style you're doing and how professional you're wanting it to look. People online have got used to crappy quality videos, and it's the norm now. So many people freak out like you're doing a little online video, or say you're just doing a Q&A for your business or your event and you just want to talk online, and people will freak out that they need the most high quality camera, but you don't. iPhones now seriously film ridiculous. There's apps for iPhones. So you know how when you pull your iPhone up, it'll freak out at the light and try and adjust what it wants to do? There's a simple free app you can download which will just lock it. And so you pull your iPhone up and it's not going to try and change the light settings and all that stuff. So my big thing for people is if you're looking into getting into it, don't be afraid that you don't have the right stuff. Just start on what you've got, and then you'll learn it. The amount of Google videos I've watched on everything from how to edit, what camera should I use, what settings should I have, is endless. Everything's on Google. How to make a baby, I Googled that. So. Who's next?
Jordan, hi.
Hey.
You're fantastic.
Thank you.
Hey, do you come up with all your own ideas, or have you got a team of people in the background? And do you kind of come up with 6 months worth of ideas, or do you just wing it?
Shit, no. I'm really, 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 really bad at this. So at the start, I don't have a team. Yeah, I'm very much all a one-man band. Shoot video, come up with the ideas, edit, argue in meetings with clients. I've got I did sign up to an agency very early on when all the viral thing happened. And so they've always helped me do the money stuff, because it's always awkward to talk about money, but always fighting with them to try and stick to my guns. So very much a one-man band. And from the very get-go, if we had needed a video for Monday, I'd shoot it on the weekend and would post it on the Monday. And that was easy and fine. And you'd think over 3 years I'd get much better at that, but I'm still scrambling, and now it's even my full-time job. I was like, I'm gonna have so much time to shoot so much more stuff. And I still shoot stuff. I'm just shooting stuff the week before. I've got nothing. Right now, I've got nothing in the bank to go live. For Monday. You've just reminded me. I wish I had a really professional answer for that, and I sounded amazing, but I think it's also cool to hear that you don't have to be stressing out. I don't know. I kind of just come up with them, and we shoot it. I do have a wall at home of Post-it notes in front of my desk, so any idea that pops into my head is written on a Post-it note and just slapped to the wall. And then so when it does come time to filming, but I'm so kind of crazy but no offense to ADHD people, but I'd say I'm a little bit ADHD, where I'm like, that's a great idea, I'm going to shoot that on Monday, and then 5 minutes later, I'll have something as I'm just typing away pop into my head, I'm going to shoot that one on Monday, and I'm always looking to, and seriously, there's amazing ideas there, but I'm always like, for some reason I think the newest fart out of my brain is the best smelling one. Was that an amazing analogy? We'll go with that. Right, who's got another question? I've got 48 seconds.
Last question.
Oh, I've got a tap dance for 45. No, thank you. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.